Hey everyone, Kai here. Today I'm going to be watching the 4th episode of the 2nd season of Hidamari Sketch. Now, yeah, I don't have a whole lot of time to record today, so I just want to jump right into it. So, you know the drill, liking the video, supporting me on Patreon, all that good stuff if you can, and the various benefits. So yeah, 3, 2, 1, play. Spring cherry. I mean, yeah, that is kind of the Japanese thing, right? Springtime, the cherry blossoms, the, sakura. Are we going to have some of that in the episode? Because that'd be cool. Hanami, the flower viewing. Bye, Mia. It was nice hanging out with you. You'll be missed. Oh. Hey, so she does have somebody to greet, I guess, when she arrives home. Apparently, it seems like it's a surprise to her as well. Okay. So it wasn't just me forgetting a character, forgetting a cat. I mean, I have my cat right over there. He's just sleeping. Man, she really just knows how to move those hips, doesn't she? Just make that skirt flutter. I mean, that kind of technique, you really gotta practice at that. If the characters actually did have their names written on them, it would make it much easier to remember names in anime. I mean, their names are pretty easy for the most part. Most of them are pretty short. Hiro, Saya, Mia, although Mia is short for Miyako. Like a lot of two-syllable kind of words, I mean, if anything, the side characters are a little bit harder to remember, Natsume, Yoshinoya, Kurohara. Such a fun opening that really gets you in the mood to watch some anime. Oh, that was actually really cool. The fire just... Yeah. So it's a wildcat that just helped himself in. Gotcha. It's a big fat cat. Are you sure it's a wildcat? Usually wildcats aren't that, fat. That's such a big cat. That must be nice. I mean, it's good for her. I want to hold on to that pretty tightly, because your new friend may want you to share. Why so many pieces? Yeah, I have a new visitor, a new housemate. Just kind of lays there. I would assume lost if it's, that fat. It's a great cat impression. Yeah, don't be insensitive to the cat. Well, I mean, she kind of has to. Like, it's a dead end until you turn left or right. It's using the cat as a dowsing rod. Oh, that's a problem. Guess we can't keep it after all. I like how the lock said Oya on it. Like she's the lock. But a lot of people say that. Mia just has the best ideas. Just marry the cat. Something so progressive would only be allowed in America. Do you like my new hat? It's not a cat, it's just a piece of clothing, so it should be allowed in the apartments. Gonna make her think she's crazy. So that's our play, I guess. Could you imagine being haunted by a ghost cat? Just because it works on her doesn't mean it works on the landlady. Me, I got some punishments. Hirote kudasai. I did not read that right at first. Yeah, not every cat has that. In fact, I'd probably the minority. You know, if you're not gonna share, please stop bringing it up to me. It's just really just teasing me. Yeah, this is the good stuff. You can't eat that. Almost reminds me of the cat from New Game. I don't remember its name. There's only one cat in New Game, so you know who I'm talking about, but... Those cats kind of looked a bit unsettling, the way they looked at me. He's like, that's why I came here. I heard good things about you girls. Well, how much food do you need for the cat? Oh, I don't think a cat's gonna like the bath. They usually don't. At least, you know, at least it's clean now. Wash his face. Why the Teru Bozu? Yeah, I think the cat likes it here. Doesn't want to leave. Zugo go 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 Zugo go 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 go. Is that the cat snoring? Because Jesus Christ. That's not a cat, that's a monster. Thank you, what would I do without you? Just face just slammed into that bowl. Yeah, they wouldn't treat the cat very well. Well, I mean, they have spent some time together, so... Just the way the one cat, like, peeks around through the corner of the page, just... It's just like they're staring into my soul. But... Yeah, Mia's a weird one. Can't believe the cat's watching TV. Maybe get some shots as well. Possibly neutered. What? Why? I don't think a cat can even solve a Rubik's Cube. Really? If that's true, you could really... you just take that show on the road. Just... You don't need school. Oh yeah, I would love Chica to show up, hang out, play. Some cat food. I really just love this gang of characters. Just, I know it's kind of random time to bring that up, but I just enjoy them, whatever they do. Yeah, I think you realize where the, I think you realize, forgive me, I think you realize where the nice place to sleep is. Because that's, you know, my cat does that too, just wants to lay next to me. At least for a while, until he reaches his petting quota, then goes, sits in my computer chair. Just me as such a dork. But, anyway. I mean, I am surprised that the cat left when he did, but we were, the idea was for it to go back to where it came from. But yeah, I guess it is still going to be sad to say goodbye like that. Even I was starting to get a little bit attached to the cat, but I bet he will. Is the cat still nearby, or is that just trauma? Turn into a horror story real quick. Oh yeah, isn't she covered in cats in the opening, or was it the first opening? But bath bomb. It's not time for the end of the episode yet, but that's me, not you know. Of course, the bath is a bit more erotic when she does it because she's got that opie that does not. So, even though it's the same thing does, as a result, has a bit of a different feel to it. Not to the fault of either of them, just how it is. And what would that be? Yeah, that's Mia. She's living that example. So. Ga 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 ga. Is that our title right there? Ga 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 ga. I play. Blushing. And we're over here. Who's operating the light? Already, you just got here. Well, I just got here. Oh no. You have literally one job. Keep the light in the right spot. Girl, boy. That's how you can tell this is not an American cartoon. At least not a modern day American cartoon. Because they would never acknowledge that there's things called boys and girls. It's just Form 1 and Form 2. It is magnificent. Yeah, it is kind of funny how that works, but yeah, when you're spoiled for a choice, it can sometimes be hard to choose. How brave. I mean, there's probably a little bit of dirt, dirt gets blown around in the wind. Or just hitching a ride on a bird. Like a boss. Yeah, Yoshino Sensei. She should be able to help us. Yoshinoya. What was that? Did Yoshinoya Sensei get smacked by the principal? Looking good, Sensei. Yeah, the principal really just no fun allowed. Just the fun, please. He's just the worst. I'm afraid. I mean, I think that looks pretty good. I'd say go with that. Yeah, what you're holding looks good. Just be sure to knock first. Hero might be in there. And down she goes. At least mentally. No. Just rise the X back up. I'm fine. I told you to knock. Yeah, I was joking. I can't believe we actually... Okay. Because I think one of the openings we had that shot, I'm pretty sure. I was joking. I really did not expect that to come into play. Yeah, you're like a victim of something. Oh, God. I almost regret making the joke now, because now it almost looks like I watched the episode before. But yeah, they're gay for each other. We know that. as if to make the point more blatant, even more clear. You gotta love this show. There's not a lot of subtlety here. I think my eyes watering a little bit. That's looking pretty good. I'm so glad we got to see in some form, her wearing that outfit. Is that how you paint? Brings us more like sword fighting. A lens flare. Tell the sun to be brighter. We just film Saya and Hero. Have a nice Yuri film, because I feel like that would be the best. God, Yuna was so cute. But hopefully she didn't hurt herself. Friendship. Wind. Pansu. Oh no. For a second I thought the wind was going to reveal Pansu. It did not. Definitely could have though. So dramatic. Don't mind me, I'm just hammering. Okay. You're welcome. They're a little bit confused, but, you know, they're glad to be of help. You keep saying that like a lot of smokers do, and keep not doing it like a lot of smokers do. I have very low willpower, so if I ever started smoking, I would never quit. So what are we drawing? I don't think we revealed it yet, so can have it be a nice little surprise. But I'm glad to see you're actually putting pencil to paper and getting to work on it. Everyone else seems to be pretty curious what he's working on. Is it finished? Hiro-san. Gohan ga dekimashita. As usual, the subs I use don't actually translate on-screen text, so I always have to do my best to read it. Yeah, eat the duck, I must. You can taste the fat. Smoking? Is that a hobby? That may have been the best high I ever heard. I kind of want to listen to that again. Me too. What did you find? What about you, Mia-chan? The sounds she makes are so good. Time really flies. Episode's probably about to end, isn't it? Yeah, it's pretty close. Is it finally time for Yuno? Yuno's bath time? Yep. Yeah, I don't want to fall asleep and accidentally like make a big squiggle, so please be careful. We saw what happened with the spotlight earlier, so yeah, keep it together. Oh, down she goes. God, she is so adorable. How can this creature be so adorable? I want to pick her up and move her to the bed. Cover her with the blankets. Oh, Shimai Suzuku, yeah. Just really has that daughter energy. If that makes sense. I do want to know why Sai decided to stand on that thing. Because sitting down, makes sense, because if you're tired, you just want to sit down and relax, but what benefit do you get of just standing on top of an object like that? Maybe she just wants to feel tall. I mean, Japanese girls are fairly short, so, Maybe she just wants to feel tall for once in her life. I don't know. But she's already one of the taller ones of the group, though. Like, if anyone should want to feel tall, it's Yuno. Could you imagine doing that? Like, Takai, Takai! I just lift up Yuno. I kind of want to do that now. Isn't she always? Again, like always, well, not always, the principal often will ruin her day, but aside from that, she's usually pretty happy. I would love to, and God, those are some huge tears. Okay. Epic Game Store, stop having things pop up. So yeah, that was the 4th episode of the 2nd season of Hidamari Sketch. Another good episode, as I've come to expect from the show. So, what did we get with this episode? We had the cat, right? Like I said in the opening, I think the first one, Mia just has all the cats around her and stuff like that. So, yeah, now she has a stray/lost cat, one of the two, just kind of invite himself in, just hanging out. How funny would that be? You come home one day, a cat you've never seen before in your life is just chilling on your bed. Like, could you imagine such a thing? That would be quite something, wouldn't it? It's like, I didn't invite you, but you're cute. I don't really want to kick you out. Maybe just give you a snack and send you on your way. You know, like what do you do? You know, so because I've never had that happen to me. I just kind of wonder how that would go down. And I already have 3 cats that just live in this house already, so you know, I'm not sure how if another cat would just want to wander in here. You know, it'd be like you came to the wrong neighborhood, buddy, sort of situation. But yeah, I think Mia bonded with the cat pretty well. You know, the cat was a fat cat, just wanted food mostly, which he did get from Mia. You know, as well as a bath, which he may have been a little bit less happy about that, but he put up with it surprisingly well. I know if I try to give my cat a bath, no, there'd be scratches, there'd be meowing, there'd be running away. I would just be a bloody mess. It would not be well. It would not go well. My cat does not like water, not one bit. Also, the Rubik's Cube. Can we talk about that? It's right about here. Yeah, Yuna brings it up. Rubik's Cube. Yeah, don't cats love Rubik's Cubes? I'm pretty sure this is the first time in my whole life I've ever heard a sentence relatively similar to that. Because I don't think I've ever heard that before. Like, yeah, she says, Nyanta loves it so much when I leave it with him, he gets all the sides done. That's one smart cat. Like, my cat, no. My cat's fairly smart. Like, he opens doors and cupboards and stuff like a boss, you know. So he's not a dumb cat. He manages things pretty well. My cat, funny thing about my cat is he'll often, you know, when he's hungry, he'll meow at me and paw at me and try to tell me he's hungry. And, you know, I do that when I get out of my chair, away from my computer to go somewhere else. The first step is always to take off my headphones. I set them down and then I get up, you know, because I don't want to just walk around my house with my headphones. Funny thing is my cat actually understands that. So if I take off my headphones, he'll just like start running towards his food bowl. Like he knows I'm gonna get up when I do that. So he actually associates me taking off my headphones with getting up, right? So. Yeah, my cat's pretty smart, but I would not trust him to solve a Rubik's Cube, not even one side of it. So if your cat can do that, just record it, put it on YouTube, do something. Like you can monetize that somehow. You know, you can seriously, he should be a famous cat is what I'm trying to say. But that was a little bit unexpected, all that whole thing. But even had did we give him a name in the end? I actually don't remember. I know we were talking about names. I don't think we ever gave him one in the end. But yeah, the cat does go into her bed. We get the line from Mia, is this sleeping with someone before you're married? Well, not really, because a someone would be a person, not a cat. So it's a little bit different, but it sure was funny. Mom, Dad, forgive me. I don't mean to be such a lewd girl. Like, I can't get married now. Yeah, that was pretty funny. Mia's often pretty funny. I do really enjoy her. I enjoy all the cats, but Mia is definitely the funniest one. I think we can all agree with that Mia is the funniest girl there. You know, Yuno's the most adorable one. Saya is like the coolest, you know, the cool beauty kind of character. Whereas Hiro is the most like Ojo-sama, elegant kind of girl, you know. So they do all kind of have their own style, their own thing, without any of them really being over the top, if that makes sense, right? Like, because I've seen like full-blown Ojo-sama characters in anime. Hiro is not that, but she does kind of lean towards that direction if I was going to pick an anime trope to kind of associate her with, right? So none of them really like over the top in any way, right? Like we don't have any like big tsundere character or anything like that. Like none of them are overblown stereotypes really, but they all do they're all distinct, you know. They're all, you know, you can associate them with something. So I do like that. They are a very chill, mellow cast that has fun together. But the show's never really super over the top in regards to them spending time together. I think the most over the top character in the show probably is Yoshinoya, obviously, but she's not one of our main 4. So that's a little bit different. But yeah, I do enjoy our main 4 as a result of that. They're just really fun to watch, you know. But yeah, the cat did leave. That's quite sad, but you know, I think we got mostly tears from Yuno, even though Mia was the most attached to her. You know, Yuno is our most, you know, childlike, innocent soul character. So, But yeah, we also have Mia just sleeping on the roof with some cats, as you do. Not much more to say on it than that. But because then we had like a project or something, I guess they were doing. Because yeah, trying to figure out something to draw, but because there was a big conflict with that. Also, desperately trying to use the spotlight, kind of ruining the play there. But it's all good. Had a little bit of an inner monologue. Well, kind of just like trying to think about how the flowers got on the roof. They didn't really go anywhere in the end, but luckily she eventually figured out what she wanted to do. I don't think we actually saw the drawing by the end of it, but oh yeah, I definitely want to go back to this part too, when Yuno walks in to Saya's place. Excuse me, I wanted to talk about, and then we get a zoom on Saya's face, a zoom in on Hiro's face, which is very blushy, I might add. And then we get the zoom out, and we get what very clearly looks like Saya pushing down Hiro, so they can start to just, go at it, lots of kissing, a lot of touching, a lot of juices flowing, right? Like, we know where that was going, by the looks of it, right? Like, I've seen my fair share of similar looking things on the internet, if you know what I mean. So I can easily fill in the gaps of where this was going, right? But yes, I'm pretty sure we said that in the opening. I'm pretty sure, because I remember thinking at some point, I don't remember if I said it out loud, but wondering, like, are we actually going to get that? Because sometimes you get things in opening that are just, like, not meant to be taken literally as something that happens in the show, just meant to look cool. So I was kind of leaning towards this being that. So it was kind of, especially since we got to the second season, I was starting to lose faith that we would ever see it. And then we saw it. Just, it looks so good, too. Like, Saya isn't just on her. We have one of Hiro's legs up, so her knee is basically like just about to Saya's crotch. Like, we could have the two kind of like, rub against each other, if you know what I mean, right? Like, we're just about there in that shot. Like, we just imagine them naked, which I very much am doing right now. It's a really good shot. Let's just leave it at that. I can't get into too much detail on this because family-friendly YouTube, but I could watch that all day. I feel like I could. But we did get a very funny reaction from Yuno, which was to be expected. She literally drops her book. It almost reminds me of the one bit from, again, New Game. I mentioned New Game earlier in the episode, too, because of the cat. But, yeah, not to spoil New Game, but there was a scene where Aoba walks in on a couple characters in a similar little position, right? Where very similar position, where except even worse because they were both in their underwear, I think, in the scene. But like, yeah, it's quite the thing to walk in on for sure. So what was the excuse they gave? I kind of missed the first time around. No, it's not like that. But man, we definitely got a real good blush from Saya. It's a class play for the Culture Festival. I want to watch that play. Tell me when it's going to happen, where it's going to happen. I will be there. I will be front row seat. I will throw dollar bills at the stage, to tip. I'll be there. I can't say this with a straight face. I am playing the criminal while I'm playing the victim while Saya is the criminal. Yes, we know the victim of what, what crime there. But yeah, just both of them are blushing quite a bit, smiling quite a bit. Saya just frantically moving her hands around. Like, I swear we weren't about to just go full on Yuri. Although what we saw a little bit after this kind of contradicts that a little bit. But I enjoy the transitional screens with the X with like the sweat drop on it was a nice touch. So she asks about the art exhibition and all that. Yeah, right about here where she pulls out the art. I drew something for it last year. And yeah, even before she pulls it out, we can see it decently well. And we have lilies. Lilies, huh? Yep, lilies. And of course, if you don't get it because you're not weeb enough, lilies, the Japanese word for lilies is yuri, and yuri being girl-on-girl romance, right? And it's obviously not a coincidence that we got this seconds after we saw Saya aggressively pushing down Hiro to just go full-on Yuri with her, right? It's very, very clear. But, yeah, like, the implication is very clear there. The show's not exactly subtle. I think, man, when I first started this show, maybe I was convinced that it was mostly just my own Yuri goggles at play here, thinking that there was something between them. But I think we can all, at this point, agree that the show is making it clear that they are totally gay for each other. I think we can all just agree on that, right? No need to accuse audience members of having Yuri goggles or, you know, anything of the sort. Like, it's pretty much done and settled by that scene. So it's good we can have that, so. And this was last year, I think she said she did it, so they've been a thing for a while, is my takeaway there. So, that was all great. I think that was most of what I wanted to say on the episode. I'll skim through it real quick, see if there's anything else I want to touch on. You know, ducking and get out of the way because you're such a sweet, kind of girl was good. You know, get an idea and thanking people is also good. You know, just she's such a good girl. Let's see. We had food eating, which of course we do. And then, yeah, the Yuno bath bomb ending with her falling asleep. So we never actually got to see what she's working on so far. We got to see her fall asleep in a very cute, childlike way. You know, getting all tuckered out midway through an action and falling asleep. Right? It's pretty great. So I'm going to get this girl some coffee. But yeah, this was a great episode, especially with the Hiro Asaya stuff. I was so glad to get that. So glad to see the context of that one shot of the opening. You know, walking in on them. It's all so good. You know. Like I said, I wish I didn't make that joke before about, you know, knock because Hiro might be in there. Because it really does make it look like I saw the episode already. Like, this isn't the first time that sort of thing's happened to me. It's happened once or twice before, where I made a joke and then it looked like a premonition because basically what I said ended up happening. It's not the biggest deal in the world, but it does kind of always just annoy me a little bit when I do that. Because, you know, there's always going to be that one guy that makes that accusation, right? Even though it doesn't make much sense to do so. But yeah, it was great. We got that though. So I feel kind of complete now in my soul. So good episode, really good episode. I enjoyed it. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please click the like button and support me on Patreon for all that good stuff. And I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, bye bye.